Go time.
We're
I have no
live.
intro. I don't know when the internet stuff happens.
Yeah,
I'm in
I
charge
know.
of nothing. I
Just
received
trust me,
no
we're
verbal
live.
clues.
I know you
Okay.
can't hear the
Hello,
music. Just listen to the
chat.
music in my head.
I will magically listen to the music in your head while I drink my decaf coffee with that homemade coffee creamer I like to make. So luxurious, so decadent.
Hello, everybody in chat. My goodness, there's so many people in here already. Good morning, afternoon, evening to Asa, Jude, Wheezy, Donna, Susanna. Going down the list, Nikki and Tina.
Ooh, we're a full house today.
Yeah,
Goodness
there's
gracious.
so many people in here.
Okay, smoky, hokey pokey.
We're
That's how
chatting
that
about
works.
weather. Tina finally made it live. Congratulations. We're here.
Beautiful, wonderful. Glad you made it. It's harder to do than people think. It's like keeping track of your schedule, the person who you're going to watch live schedule, and then accommodating for life. It's a lot harder.
I mean,
initially
we're often late for
anticipates.
our own lives, so
I know,
like...
weird. I'm sorry. I was talking to one of my neighbors and I lost track of time. And we've all learned I cannot race upstairs. I must take stairs one at a time and count.
No racing on
So
stairs. You are forbidden from racing on stairs. It didn't go well last time.
My inner monologue was, hang on, Diana, I'm coming. I swear I'm on my way. I'll make it a promise. Oh my God, okay. Shall we do a podcast episode?
We should do a podcast episode.
I'm sorry, Phaedra, I wasn't asking you.
Also wants to know if you made cake yesterday.
No, because just life. Just life. Erin was over. She was helping me. We were visiting because that's what we do because we're friends. And she was helping me start to transfer over to my new phone, which is in the bedroom because I don't know how to put it on Do Not Disturb yet. So right now I'm using my old phone on the Wi-Fi for my patterns and Discord and almost all of my apps because I've only got Gmail, YouTube, and Spotify on the new phone right now.
Fair.
Oh, and Dipsy. I made sure to log on to Dipsy.
The important things.
My music, my videos, my erotica romance reading app.
The spicy audios.
And my emails. The things I need the emails because I always end up resetting all the passwords. Lord only knows how many security warnings Diana got every time I was logging into
I got a lot yesterday, and I'm like, it's probably fine. And then
it's probably
don't
fine.
worry, I'm setting up my phone. Like, okay,
yeah.
that makes sense.
I was like, it's fine. We talked about it last week, and then it's Diana. Remind her.
Honestly, I've been so busy with dance workshops all weekend that by the time I saw the security notifications, I also had the message from you explaining why. So I'm like, okay. That's cool.
Well, I was doing that, and at the same time, I was talking to my uncle, who's not an uncle, because we're looking. I'm updating my operating system, and I've been thinking about moving to Linux. So it's like, but I want to play around with Linux to see how well it works with my specific weird arse accessibility issues, right? Because like accessibility throws all computer programming out the window. So he's building a dummy computer, which he's going to bring over. We're going to tag into my monitor so that I can use my system because I'm quite a busy creature, but when I do have some downtime, like on Sundays when we're not doing huge deals and stuff, I can play with the Linux system to see how I like it and start learning OBS and some of the other things that I need to learn to move over to it. So, because I was panicking because he wanted to do it all in one shot. And I'm like, I can't do that. I can't just set up a computer in 4 hours and be good to go. Like it's going to take me 7 days to get my phone flipped. And I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, accessibility just makes it a whole other thing.
Oh my God.
It's a whole other creature.
I still haven't figured out where the clock function is to change the clock button so that the clock is big enough that I can read it on my screen. I haven't found a new background. I have to play with the opacity of my color things. And of course, I went from a Google back to a Samsung. So all of the accessibility features have different names, they're in different locations, and they do different things.
Of course,
however,
yes. Because Android.
My keyboard is black, my keyboard letters are white, and when I tap the screen, it reads it out to me what I've tapped. Stuff's been blown up.
We're getting
so
there. The
text is big in the apps and tiny on the notification screen. So I'm like a third of the way through. Could you stop licking my toes? Your tongue is really scratchy. So it's It's fine. We're getting there. But oh my God, my brain hurts. My brain hurts. So I have my
Also
old
says
phone
that sounds like a smart way to
getting
change
better.
systems.
Yeah, like a step at a time, because that's about all I can manage.
Take one step at a time.
Though I figured out that these headphones are wired to both, and Spotify is open on both in my app, which means I've got an audiobook on Spotify playing on my old phone on the Wi-Fi. But when I push pause and then I push play on the new phone, it just plays the music.
Interesting.
So I don't lose track where I am in my audiobook.
Oh, that's neat.
Yes.
Because I like Spotify across my computer and my phone, and it'll just like play across all the devices. It'll pick up where I left
off. Which normally
off.
does. So I think it's because the old phone is Wi-Fi only, so it's not updating as often as it does, because it's a phone. It's meant to use data first and then try Wi-Fi if data doesn't work, right? Like unless you force it, and I've never bothered to force it. So. It's fine. I can phone people. I called my mommy. We can make phone calls on the phone.
Good.
We can text on the phone. I don't have Discord on the new phone because I can't figure out how to get it to open properly. So that's a whole problem. So if you hear me on Discord, I'm on my old phone or I'm on the computer.
Jude says, I should investigate Linux. Can recommend. I used it all through school. The only reason I don't still use it is because there's slight compatibility issues with some stuff, but
if you don't
solid.
Code for a living, like Diana does.
No, if you do code for a living, it's fantastic. It's games. Video games.
Yeah, it's
not everything works on Linux.
I need to look at the games that I have. And if it's one of those ones that's like 2 or 3 of the 100 some odd video games that I own don't work, I'll dual boot for those 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, and like the big ones should.
The big ones should. It's just some of my older ones we need to play around with, so that's fine. The biggest thing is like it works with NVDA, but does NVDA work with OBS? Don't know. Haven't tried.
Don't know.
I need to find a new video editing software, and Diana can tell you that's a nightmare and a half to find video editing software I can use.
Oh, good luck. I can't even help there.
Super stoked.
But says I have some pretty strong feelings about Microsoft, especially their ethically dubious wording in their terms and conditions. Yeah,
ethically dubious? No. Microsoft is bending you over the table and say, "Cry, mommy." It's not. Just no. They're forcing the AI.
At this point,
horrible at security. Mac and Windows are nasty for their security preferences. They always steal your data, and they all have that AI garbage.
Oh, but it's not stealing because you clicked the OK button that says they could take your data.
That's because you didn't know what you were reading, and unless you're weird like me, you probably didn't read all the fine print and the legal jargon that says we own your butt. Even worse, they can change it on you. They can change it on you.
Yeah.
Whenever they feel like. And if you're not looking, they have permissions because you clicked OK and didn't read through all the changes. Like they're not good people. They're not good people. But I don't necessarily want to move to Linux. I don't necessarily want to do that either.
Yeah,
computers.
They're just making it difficult.
We're running away to Ireland, and we're going to become sheep farmers, and we're taking my mother.
Susanna wanted to know, what does NVDA, your video screen reader thingy? Yes, you should explain that.
NVDA is a screen reader. It's like JAWS or Dolphin. They're names for a program. So think of it like Adobe is a name for a suite of programs. NVDA is for my screen reader. I use NVDA specifically because it is a not-for-profit. So when I give them money, they put accessibility-enabled tech in the hands of blind people in third world countries. Not into their own pockets, like JAWS. It's also a small enough program that it works on a tablet or an older computer. Whereas if you have JAWS, which is the big one, CNIB, like the Canadian National Institute for the Blind or the American National Institute for the Blind, will shove down your face that you need to own, which you do not, takes up as much space as Adobe does. It is a beastly program that doesn't work very well. No screen reader program works great, guys. Just carte blanche.
Well, computers weren't designed with that in mind, so they're just very... As a developer, I understand why they're bad.
It's all hodgepodge, and it's fine. I use NVDA and Speecherly, which I pay for so that I don't have truly atrocious artificial voices. So I jump and bounce between the two of them, because if you've ever heard an AI generated voice, like even like open up the accessibility on your phone and ask them to do the talkback feature, that voice is everywhere, and I hates it. I hates it. You've ever talked to your Google, or you've ever asked for Lady A, that voice drives me out the wall. And it's my primary contact some days between me and my computer screen, because I can't do anything on the screen. So imagine that reading all of a screen.
This
from the top, from the right,
emotionless
to the
female
left,
voice and doing your bidding.
all the way down. And when you hit an ad, it causes a problem, because then it says ad picture. And then it reads the URL for the ad picture to you. And then it moves back to the text you were reading before. Like, it's not good. However, the NVDA is small. You can put it on a tablet, and they support putting accessible tech into people's hands who are like me but live in poor countries. So I am happy to have their free program. And when we can, at the end of the year, any leftover money in the Northern Knits podcast account is donated to NVDA so that they can continue to develop their program. Because Diana leaves me in charge of it, so we support blind things, because that's what I am.
Yeah.
No.
Might as well.
Might as well. So, but yeah, speech really sucks. I hate paying for it, but I do like having different voices. And they are much better voices.
AI voices are really good now.
Oh, they're getting better, and it's so nice.
Have you tried Google's Make Anything into a Podcast notebook?
No, it's on my list. It's on my list of things to try, because I want to see what it does.
It sounds really natural. Like, they have
I also kind of want
and like breaths and stuff, and you're like, what is this?
I've also been like
really
highly
good.
tempted just for like giggles. Because we have so much content on the internet, I kind of just want I want to let an AI bot in there to see if they could create a podcast based off of our previous podcasts and just see what they would do with us.
Make a podcast based on a transcript of our podcast. That could be some fun bonus content. Okay, maybe we should do that.
Wouldn't that just be hilarious? Like April 1st, like that's what we do as a Fool's joke one day. It's just we release an episode, but it's not us. All AI generated. We just let it out there. See who catches on. Asa, because I just told her, so she'll remember.
Well, everybody who's here right now is going to know now.
Yeah. It's fine. It's not a problem. It's just, I think that'd be hilarious. I mean, we'd obviously put caveats in the description box. Like,
oh, absolutely.
This is AI generated for fun, guys. We did this just to see what would happen. And here are the results of us mucking about on a computer. Because as I know, closed captioning has a problem catching all of the words that I say. And I don't think it's because I enunciate poorly. I think it's because I'm going too fast. I think I'm going too fast for it to catch them all.
I guess so. Like, I don't have a problem understanding what you're saying, but yeah, all of the automated transcript stuff is just, it doesn't get you.
Does not, and it's not that I'm quiet, and it's not that I'm not speaking clearly. I think it's I'm speaking too fast. And I'm not caffeinated, guys. This is me in slow mode.
Yeah, you in fast mode is terrifying. I can't handle you on 1.5 speed. It's too much.
I think only my mom can. Maybe my sister, if she's been caffeinated for the day. I think like after her first cup of coffee, she probably. But I don't think anybody else can handle me after I've been caffeinated. All right, shall we do episode 413? What episode number are we on?
Yeah, 413. I found my sign, and I put my sign, and it says live.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's why I was so keen on getting my video properly mirrored so we could actually read it.
That's fine. You like to push buttons. I'm not going to tell you no.
I found it when I cleaned up all my yarn. I mean, I knew where it was, but like I have space for it again. So it's almost like if you clean up your stuff, you have space. What?
Okay. So, welcome to the Northern Knits podcast. We're two friends in fiber who knit, craft, crochet, and talk everything in between. My name is Jocelyn, and my co-host is
Diana.
This podcast is brought to you by Sleeping Kittens.
Meow.
Beware the furry dragon, it might lick your toes. All right, we've got, I don't even know how many projects you've got. We've already rambled. We already know. I'm drinking some decaf coffee. In homemade creamer. If you want the recipe, here it is. 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Equal amount of other milk. Your choice. I used almond today. Splash of vanilla. pinch of salt. If you're smart like me, you've put that all in a mason jar. Put lid on, shake vigorously, stick in fridge. Enjoy.
Sounds pretty good.
I have read and I've tried, and there's yet another coffee creamer recipe. And I've tried so many of them, and that is just the fastest, and it's quite decadent and tasty and great in teas as well. Like chai lattes and stuff. And a London fog, it makes an amazing one.
Oh my god, you're right.
An amazing
and I
London
have
fog.
a little bit of Earl Grey tea still. Okay, I even have a can of sweetened condensed milk in my fridge right now.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
I mean, you can get fancy and froth it and mix it. I stick it all in a mason jar and shake the ever-loving snot out of it and stick it in the fridge. Works fine.
Yeah, that works great.
It works great. Diana's had some because I made some at Christmas time for her to try.
Yeah.
Went down wonderfully.
It's really good.
There's another one that I read. It requires a bit of stovetop cooking, but it uses half and half, which would be good for people who want to like to have the real dairy. But I have yet to run across a dairy-free half and half I like. Now, I can make coconut sweetened condensed milk, which is a very good alternative to sweetened condensed milk that is dairy-free, because sweetened condensed milk is not dairy-free. I'm just lazy, and I can tolerate a small amount of lactose. I would have to eat the whole sweetened condensed can to trigger the lactose intolerance, which I would not do. But I would not do. That would be gross. No, thank you. So it's fine in the amounts that I add to my coffee and my teas and stuff, but I may try the stovetop one that's half and half, which is a little more of an irritant to me at lactose-wise, but I think I want to try it as an alternative for people who can't have the sweetened condensed milk or who are looking to use like something like a real cream with it for it. It's the same with like I want to try clotted cream with scones, but I think I should go somewhere where they do fancy teas first and have proper clotted cream,
so
and then try to make it at home so I know what it is I'm aiming for. Yeah. I have had coffee creamers for years. I know what I like and what I don't like about them. I'm also, spoiler alert, I'm going to make my very own homemade protein powder later today. We'll see how that goes. I have everything I need for it.
I'm very curious about that.
I wanted to get a nicer quality of cocoa powder, so I went and bought a very tiny container of very upper end Dutch cocoa powder because I didn't want to use the Bargment Basement Walmart no name that I have in the cupboard for baking. I was like, there's like nothing in this. It's gonna matter. It's gonna matter.
Yeah.
So, and it hurt, guys. That was a lot of money on a small amount of cocoa.
Oh, I hope it's worth it. I really hope it's worth it.
I mean, it's Dutch chocolate, so it's not like whatever's left over won't go well on other things, but I'm hoping the protein powder works out great because I'd love to be able to make that in-house. Imagine trying to find a protein powder that's corn-free. It's hard. Not impossible, but hard. And protein powder is gross. So if the homemade stuff is better, I will be much happier.
It's also just so expensive.
I have like a bazillion projects. I probably have to go first.
I have 4 things and whip it or rip it. Also says about, it says, yum clotted cream. We don't get that here, so they use whipped cream. Sad face. Jude says, nope to clotted cream. Ick.
Yeah, I want to try it. I don't know. Like I haven't tried it, so I don't know if I'll like it or not. If I try it and I don't like it, super fair. Then I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like I don't like pierogies. Tried them for years. I'm out. I'm done. I've given it its fair shot. I'm over it.
Yep,
potatoes, absolutely. Not a problem. Love potatoes. Love salt. Love grease. But I think it's because I don't like cheese. I am indifferent at best towards cheese. Probably all reason why I struggle with pierogies. Or sour cream. Also not a huge sour cream fan.
I like sour cream in niche cases.
Like sour cream coffee cakes. Where you use sour cream in the baking of the coffee cake.
Sour cream in baking is really good. I really enjoy sour cream with nachos sometimes. Not all the time, but like sometimes I'm just in the mood for sour cream. I
don't do nachos, so fair.
Yeah, I guess corn chips with cheese, you really don't do nachos.
Now, I've done a homemade flour tortillas that I've baked to make crispy into like, so they'd be like pretend tortilla chips that I've then covered in vegan beef crumble and salsa and a little bit of guacamole and eaten. But like that's about as close as I've gotten.
See, I'm not big on the guacamole.
I don't mind guacamole, but again, in niche cases. Otherwise, no.
Yeah, it's like
Otherwise,
I'm not big
no.
on avocado. There's something about the texture of avocado in like small amounts. It's good,
Fair.
but like even the amount that you would put on avocado toast is like,
It's a weird texture. I like it,
Yeah,
but it
I'm
is a
not
weird.
into
I mean,
it.
I also like.
And then guacamole
I love
usually has
pineapple.
cilantro in it, and I'm not big on cilantro.
Yes, no.
I'm
If
an
I was making it
anti-cilantro
for you,
person. It doesn't taste as bad as it used to. Like it used to be
But it still
absolutely
tastes-
like, why is there soap in this? And now
Yeah.
it's just like, this isn't my favorite flavor, but it doesn't taste like soap.
oh yeah, no,
I don't know what
Cilantro's a
changed.
big thing for people. I think cilantro's overused, so I don't tend to use it very often. I use other ones, but like. I like avocado. I like pineapple. I also don't like strawberries. So like, it's not like we can take my taste preferences seriously. Because we
Chad
can't.
is upset that you don't like pierogies.
Chad can be upset from here to next Tuesday. I also don't like pizza. I don't think Tim Hortons is good coffee, and I don't like organized sports ball at a professional level. So like, I am aware that I'm anti-Canadian before we even get to the pierogi part.
I've never even been to a
Bye.
hockey game. I am a bad Canadian. I am a good Canadian, though. I won maple syrup in a dance competition last night.
That's hilarious. I've been to professional. I went to an NHL game. One of my ex-boyfriends took me. He got tickets from his boss. Won some tickets, and we went to go see one of the Jets games. And I'm a good friend. I've stood in the Jets line to buy baby gear for a friend of mine who hails from Texas, who did his undergraduate here at the U of M with me. And when his wife was pregnant with their first child, she sent me on a mission, and I got a baby Jets jersey for his firstborn, which he thought was the best present ever. I
Nice.
stood in line for an hour and a half. I was not impressed.
You must really like your friend.
I really do like my friends.
But also tiny versions of anything for babies that can't tell you no yet. Yes, please.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of part of the joy of small humans.
like
As a friend
dressing
of a
up a
person with
doll.
small humans, is dressing up the small
Yeah.
human. It is quite fun.
Dressing up a doll.
Quite fun. Yeah, super good. Oh, all right. I'm going to assume I got to go first because I don't even. I'm not even going to count because I'll get it wrong. It'll be wrong.
4, so it
Start
sounds
with-
like you probably have more.
Well,
We're
I've
still
got.
discussing
I don't know.
pierogies.
It's going to be a thing, and everyone's going to insist I have to have their grandmother's recipe. The answer is no, I don't. I'm going to say no.
That's fine. We're also talking about cilantro. Also think it tastes a bit like soap. Emma Jane says
Cilantro's
people who
overused. It's
have
not that good.
the olfactory receptor gene OR6A2 are more likely to dislike cilantro and experience a soapy taste when biting into the herb. It's genetic. Yeah, it's something like 14% of people or something, so it's not like super common, but it's also not like absolutely unheard of.
Cilantro tastes like cilantro to me. There is no soapy taste. I have no problems with it. I still think it's an overused herb that's not that tasty.
Yeah. No, it honestly tastes like soap.
It's like anything else.
Not
It's
as
the
strong as like when you
popular
get soap
thing
in your
right
mouth and you're
now.
like, blah, but it's like after you've mostly got the soap taste out of your mouth and there's like that lingering soap taste. It's like that.
See, I've never had that when I've eaten cilantro,
Yeah.
but again, it's the hip herb right now.
I know, and it's
So
like,
it's-
okay,
and
I'm just gonna
everything,
not
and I'm like,
put that in. Like, how about we do some parsley or something instead?
Parsley, like there's so many other good herbs out there. It does not need to always cilantro. All right. I don't know where my knee-high sock went.
Okay.
It's somewhere in here, but I worked on it during a whip sprint.
Where'd you put it?
I don't
Somewhere safe?
No. Yeah. I mean, likely that's where it's gone.
All right.
And I put another one away because I remember working on the sock. I remember working on my shawl, but I forget what the third thing was that I worked on for whip sprints. And I think that third thing is also somewhere in the ether. Now it hasn't left the apartment, so I will find it again. But I don't know where it is right now. So I'm going to count those as my first two things because that's a thing. And then I'll talk about my squares, and then Diana can go because that's how things work, right? I am making progress on catching up on the 14-hour backlog I had in the middle of February for the granny squares. I mean, we all used to be talking about this at this point, right? We all know. I'm making granny squares. I've fully finished a multicolor block. Don't know if I talked about it or not last week. Can't remember. I did edit the video. That was way too long.
Yeah, I know, right? I literally did the show notes just the other day. I don't remember either.
I don't remember. So I was like, you know what? We'll just cover our bases for sure, and I'll show it again. I needed to make a grand total of 4 multicolored blocks for my 9 squares, for the 9 big squares, for the bulk of the blanket. The other ones are color blocks, so there'll be chunks of the same color together. So did that. I'm going to throw that on the coffee table. And I started on the other 3. And I am 1 to 2 rows away from 3 more finished blocks.
Nice. That's looking good.
So tons of progress. I'm 2.5 hours behind where I need to be up to date as of this morning. So finishing these 3 squares will have me right on par for the 1st of March.
Nice.
And it'll also mean that because I already have 2 color block squares done, that's 3 finished, 4, 5. I'll have 6 finished squares in the next day or so. 6 finished big squares, which means there's only 3 left. I might go over my hour budget for the day every day this month, but I think I might try to push to get the last 3 blocks done this month. Lots of squares. So much podcast listening is happening right now. Yes, I've ordered more beige yarn because I'm almost through the first 2 skeins of Burnett Premium that I ordered a couple months ago. So I ordered 2 more. Fascinating turn of events. I've ordered yarn. It's a thing. But there we go. A sock, a mystery whip. I'll talk about the shawl in a hot second. And my squares. I'm into 3. I have 1, 2 left, and a whip it or rip it. Nope. I lied because I always miscount. I have 1 off screen I'm going to go get. And because this is alive and because I was talking with a neighbor and not doing what I was supposed to do before it is we started, I have to abandon the screen and dehydrate. Dana, carry the show.
Carry the show. Okay, I'll talk about stuff.
I had to take the garbage. It was the cat food. It's stinky.
I understand. Catching up on chat. We're talking about mint. Mint is not a good herb. It's the mean bully and to be banished from the garden. Okay, so I have peppermint in my garden. Not that I planted it, it's just in the garden where we're currently living. And it's actually doing so badly. I don't know if maybe it's because it's in a planter box and it's just depleted the soil at this point, or if like it used to be in a sunny spot and it's not anymore because the trees grew and now it's really shady and it doesn't like that. But my mint is not doing well. And I'm sad about it because I also really like mint tea. I don't like mint in food. Mint in food is weird to me, I think because I'm conditioned for mint to be a toothpaste flavor. Wet soil that freezes will kill it. Interesting. It's entirely possible that the soil was wet when things froze. Interesting. We did have a cold winter a couple of years back. Maybe that's it. Maybe the soil just froze and it was damp. Interesting. Anyway, I like mint, but not in food. That's also so weird about the coriander versus cilantro, because like when I hear coriander, I think of the seeds, like the powder, which is fine. It's a perfectly good taste. It does not taste like soap. It does not taste like the leaves at all. So do the seeds have, because we call the seeds coriander and the leaves cilantro, do the seeds have a different name in the places where the leaves are coriander? I'm curious. Hubby's almost ready to go to lunch, so I'll have to catch up later. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us. Killed my chocolate mint that way. It's an interesting flavor. Also recommend apple mint. Ooh. Ah, coriander seeds, coriander leaf. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. It is the same thing. Huh. I'm learning things today. Okay, I finished my row, so now I can talk about stuff. Did I do that properly, though? Is my question. Yes, I did. Huh, look at me go. Okay, I should talk about things. Let's start with the boring thing. I did a whole 1 row on my blanket. It's not currently attached to the next ball yet. But look, I did, 2 more rows. In that I did 1 more color on my Incredible blanket by Pearl Soho. It's very boring. We're moving along. I've decided my next color is going to be a nice pretty purple, but I haven't wound that up yet. What else is boring that I can get through quickly? I worked a little bit on my dad's scarf. I had a video call with him and I showed off the bit that I had and he went, yes, lots of scarf. And I confirmed that we did in fact mean like a full arm span, not a single arm. And in fact, it could be even longer than that. So I might be doing 6 feet of stockinette tube. What have I signed up for? I must really like my dad to do 6 feet of stockinette tube for him.
That's a lot of tube. Sorry, I grabbed that one project I was missing.
Oh, my nail polish is accidentally coordinating with my blanket.
Your nail polish accidentally coordinates with a lot of things.
Especially when it's both green and purple. Not that I can get it to shine particularly purple.
All right, thank you. Sorry, guys. Oh, I usually dehydrate before I call Diana.
No live winding, pretty please. Okay, fine. I won't wind.
What's wrong with winding? Diana winds fine.
Apparently it bothers people when I wind my yarn.
Doesn't
Anyway,
wind bother
my
me in the
dad's scarf is coming
slightest.
along, and I need to do like 6 feet of stockinette tube. Yay! So
I mean, good
it was
news
at my
is-
elbow before. Now it's a few inches past my elbow. Not that you can see
Throw-
that. There we go.
Throw a progress keeper in there to keep yourself motivated, and TV knitting. It'll be done before.
Yeah, I should do that. What do I have in this little tray right here?
Oh, I'm so warm.
I'm gonna stick a little clippy marker in here because yeah, that's it's gonna be demoralizing. This is gonna take forever. Let me throw that little clippy in there so I know for next week exactly how much I've got done.
Yeah, otherwise it'll be a lot harder because you can't see the progress.
It looks like 1 ball is going to be good for about 1 arm, so this might be like a 2.5. I don't know how much of this ball wound up in swatches from the sweaters, so 2.5 skeins for this scarf, I think.
Well, go to the end of the second skein and see where you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the plan, but that will be a hot minute.
Well, it won't be as fast as the bulky weight slippers, that's for sure.
No. Shall I talk about the mystery knit? The mystery pattern.
Oh, the thing that we didn't know what it was? Yeah. Do
Yeah,
it.
I still don't know what it is. But I'm on to the 2nd page now. I'm almost done 1 repeat of the stripes. I picked really terrible yarn choices for showing off the striping pattern, but like I didn't want to use real yarn, if you will. I just picked stuff that was the appropriate amounts out of my stash, and so this is what we ended up with. So it's not ideal, but we're just testing out a mystery pattern. So we have our 4 inches of 1x1 ribbing.
Okay.
And then we've got 6 rows of blue, and then like 1 little micro stripe of the gray again, and then some more blue, and then some like little single row stripes, and now we're into a solid stripe of the gray. And there's no more shaping instructions, so it's literally just it's this with more stripes, and it ends up being 11 inches long.
What is it?
My best guess at the moment is that it's meant to be a sock, because with this much ribbing, I'm thinking it's meant to fold down and be a cuff.
Okay, maybe, yeah.
And at 11 inches, that's long enough to be a sock. There's 0 finishing instructions. It doesn't even say like cast off. It just, the last instruction on the page is break all wools. So there's no bind off instructions. There's no seaming instructions. So I'm thinking it's meant to be a sock knit flat. Because if you seam it up and then like Kitchener the toe, I think it could be a sock.
I mean, we'll find out in some number of inches. Yeah.
So, I'm almost done one pattern repeat, and then I need to knit stripes to correspond. And I had a big long discussion with my mom the other day about what stripes to correspond means. And we settled on do the same striping pattern just in reverse.
That would make sense.
Yeah, because I thought maybe it would be like inverted colors, but that doesn't line up with some of the instructions later in the pattern.
No, inverting the color stripe makes sense to me.
So just do it again, but backwards is what I'm thinking, and that seems to line up with the instructions.
Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm intrigued. I'm very excited to see what this is that you're making.
Yeah, I don't know. The writing on the back page is distinctly larger and messier than the writing at the beginning of the pattern, so I'm thinking whoever was writing this down was just like scribbling furiously and was like, that's fine, I know what I mean, but I don't know what they meant, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of figuring at the end.
There's gonna be some thinking.
So that's where that's at. Yeah.
Okay.
And I finally figured out what that mystery word was.
Oh, good. What is it?
It was because it was repeat row.
Yeah.
And I was puzzling, like what are these letters? I finally figured out. I think what happened was I'm gonna say she. I'm going to assume it was a she writing the pattern. She wrote first, thinking repeat the first row, but then realized that was wrong because we're on the wrong side, and wrote second on top of it, and that seems to line up with the weird strokes, but she didn't like do a super good job of it, but that seems to line up, and if it's second row, that makes all of the instructions work, so I'm going with second row.
Okay. Yeah, because it was a bit of a hot mess.
Yeah, it was. I posted a picture on the Discord, and people are like, I don't know, and I'm like comparing it to other letters and other parts of the pattern. I'm like, this bit looks like a 2, but why does it have this extra sticky out in the bottom bit like a 1? So, and then if I like squint at it and like, I'm like, okay, I can kind of see where it says first, but I can also see where it says second. I'm gonna go with there was a mistake, and rather than erasing it, she just wrote on top. For whatever reason.
That makes the most amount of sense, right?
Yeah. So I went with second, and that seems to be working.
Okay.
It's been a whole
made
process.
A bit of progress.
Oh, that looks great.
On a second square for the podcast anniversary blanket. I have one finished square, and I'm making these squares 30 inches by 30 inches big because I don't want a bulky weight blanket in my lap until absolutely necessary. It'll be warm, beautiful in the winter, look great on a bed, excellent to cuddle under. When I'm assembling this in May, no. No.
Have fun with
absolutely
that.
Not. Yeah. So I finished off, believe it or not, this came off of the ball thanks to the tiny dictator as she was mucking about with the anniversary caring cake that I am using to make this bedspread. I have Pebbled Path. No, you have Pebbled Path.
You have Pebbled Path. I have Birch.
I have Pebbled Path. You have Birch. I think what we need to take away from this is you and I cannot order caring cake anniversary cakes at the same time.
Apparently not.
It causes us nothing but trouble. So this is square 2. I'm making the bedspread 90 inches wide all the way around. A queen size bed is like 78 by 80. A king size bed is like 80 by 80. I'm doing 90 by 90, so I have drape on either side because I don't know about you people. People get into the bed the comforter shortens, and I don't like that. So I'm making sure that my bedspread comforter situation is large enough for people to also be underneath the comforter.
Nikki
And
says
not
she
have that
started a
fight.
blanket just like this last fall with this exact yarn that she got for her birthday. We're going to be twinning with our blankets.
Oh, lovely. That's exciting. So this is nothing, guys. It's that corner to corner. I'm just making corner to corner squares. When I have enough corner to corner squares, I will sew them together. And then I'll probably end up doing like a decorative edge around the braids, and then that's it. We're done. But I really wanted to get more progress done on this because I'm like, I've got one square in, and we're in the 3rd month of the year. This blanket's not hanging out to the end of 2025. I want it done beforehand. And it's bulky on an 8mm hook.
It should go whoosh.
It should go whoosh. So, and it'll go whoosh as I work on it. As I worked on it for like 2 hours and made a bunch of rows. So I know it goes whoosh. So I need to
Karen says your
continue
yarn
working
looks
on
really
that.
pretty with the corner to corner stitch.
Oh, with the cord, it's so good for the variegated. I'm so happy with it. Also, I need to get as much of the anniversary Karen cake worked through as possible because Phaedra is demanding something for her out of it, given how aggressively she plays with the Karen cake balls. So I need to get going. Chop, chop, fast, fast, speedy, speedy. Cat wants things too. I have 2 more things in Whip It or Rip It. Do I have to?
I have one more thing in Whip It or Rip It.
I shall go
Shall I do my
twice.
thing?
Oh, I'll go. Because,
Okay.
well, you've got 1, right?
Yeah.
I got 2, then Whip It or Rip It. I got 1 extra thing.
Of course you
Of course I do. When don't I? Listen, blanket square, I don't need you. Go over there. I've been making progress on a sock. Erin looked at it the other day. She's like, hey, look, that's the Star Trek Club colorway. I'm like, oh, thank God, somebody explained to me what colorway I'm using. I'm registering beautiful moodies, some blues, some nice dark, rich vibes. I went, that's 90 grams of scrap yarn. I can make something out of this. Not a problem. And now I'm making a sock. And I'm at the heel. And if everybody remembers from last week, I was not at the heel.
You're flying through this sock. My goodness.
So, like the Ghosty Goo, and I'll turn him inside out here in a second. I just want to show off how that color work is working up.
Looks great.
But yeah, as you can see, I've started.
Do you know
my
which
heel.
Star Trek color that is?
No, I mean she told me, but I don't remember. Guys, you're
Erin,
wrapped
are you
around
in
the
chat?
microphone.
Do you know what color that is?
Literally yesterday. Literally told me yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, I was so tickled pink," and I'm like, something to do with Enterprise or outside of a ship, or I don't remember. I am not the human to remember these things. There you go. My Ghosty Goo way down at the bottom there marks where I was the last time we checked in on this.
Oh wow!
So yeah, like I did a lot of progress. I'm a little bit slower as I go through a heel because heel takes a bit of time. But then I'll be back to the races again, and it's just rounding around sock knitting.
Karen says Enterprise bingo.
Maybe, like that sounds right, but I could be wrong.
I feel like that lines up with Enterprise. The Enterprise
I feel
colorway.
like I agree, but I'm the wrong human to ask. Wrong human. So it's how I'm able to pick up the exact same color on 6 different bases and wonder if it's a different color every time.
Well, bases are magical and take color differently.
They really do. All right. The other thing that I did, like just the smallest amount of progress on, is my shawl. My shawl and a ball shawl. Why? Because it's what I work on when I'm video editing. So not a ton of progress because the rows have gotten kind of long.
It looks good though. I love that dropped stitch. That just looks with the cut where it lines up with the color change too. Like that just looks so classic and intentional.
I know. It's so good. So slow progress on the shawl design continues. I need to negotiate where the next drop stitch line is going to be. Like, I've got 2 different options I wrote out because I wasn't too sure how I felt about either one of them, but I'm coming to a point where I need to make it. So slow and steady. I make progress on the shawl and a ball, so I do love shawl and a ball. It's a really nice yarn. All right, but there you go. Now I'm down to whip it or
Now you're done.
so
all right,
you can do
I
yours,
have-
and then we can do our drama. Do
I
we
have one
crunch
last thing.
in the stream? Yeah, I'm with you.
Which is I think last week I said something about I have ribbing, and now hey look, I'm almost at the shoulder shaping.
Oh my god.
I got slightly sidetracked because I had to go find another ball, but then I found a ball that was already wound, so I just had to stop and do whip it or rip it. So I'm like 2 inches away from where I wanted to start the armhole shaping, because I don't want this to be a super long sweater. Not like cropped, but also not super long, just because of where the 4 inches of ribbing are gonna hit.
Yeah, hey, no, I think that's a good length for shoulder shaping to start.
Yeah, so it's distinctly shorter than the pattern calls for, but it's meant for like a man's length sweater. I'm just not that
however
tall.
you want to phrase that.
I'm not that tall. Yeah. Anyway,
I like how that's working out.
Because like back here it just looks like
looks
solid brown,
so
but then you bring it up close and there's all these like subtle variations in the stitch definition.
This is absolutely what this yarn was supposed to be.
Yesterday from your guys' perspective. I still
My
haven't
bad,
decided
I got
what
the
the
episode out
texture's going to
really
be
late.
on the top. I genuinely don't know, and I think I've decided on doing a V-neck instead of a crew neck.
Okay.
But it's like
I'm
the
always a fan
50s
of a
men's
V-neck.
V-neck, so like it's going to be like this, just
It's
like
baby.
V-shaped instead of round. So not exactly a deep sexy V.
No,
Because
it
I was
wouldn't be not from
thinking
the 50s.
how very similar this is to I have a red just like stockinette knit sweater. It's a store-bought sweater, but it's just like that red sweater that's just stockinette with a crew neck, and I'm like, well, I don't really need 2 of those, so I should do something a little bit different. So
Just a smidge.
just a smidge different.
Just a smidge different. Fair. Gotta find space for my foot around the cattail. Ha ha ha! I did
There's
it.
debate about what your color is. It's either Enterprise Bingo or it's been a long road.
One of the two. It's definitely Star Trek yarn. That's the part I remember. And I like it, but I liked all the Star Trek yarns, so it's probably why I don't worry about it too much, because I liked all of the Star Trek colors.
Right. And this is a sweater out of Hand Knits for Men by Beehive, book number 89. And the yarn is from Ancient Arts, and it's chili pepper chocolate. So it's a reddish brown.
So
I don't know how
good.
accurately the
So
camera's
good.
picking that up, but it's a reddish brown. I think it looks a little more red in person, but
It's a little
not
redder in
terribly
person,
different.
but it still looks really good.
Yeah.
Still looks really good. Okay. Well, now I
Karen
want to
says
work
a
on my
V-neck
vintage
would look
sweater
really
even
classic
more.
with that yarn. Yeah.
I want to work on mine even more now. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I think
dropped
it's
in the
time
mod
for
chat
Whip It or Rip It.
this morning. I know. It's time for the drama. I dropped in the mod channel this morning, I think during the birthday live stream for a Patreon that we're doing, that I might cast on my vintage sweater, like work on getting the swatch finished, like getting them washed and blocked and measured and
Nice.
casting on for that.
Yeah, I might do some figuring for
a lot
that.
of
I
ripping.
still really want that silly color block sweater we were looking at the other day from Vogue Knitting.
Oh, yeah. Listen, you and I want to knit a brick.
I just think it's
So
fun. I
if
don't
you
particularly
noticed-
want to make the brick. I just think it's really funny, and I want to see other people make bricks.
A Patreon member dropped that pattern in the pattern links this morning.
I saw it was just very timely. We were
I
talking
was
about
like,
that literally
I just saw that
yesterday.
the other day. Don't know if I
Sorry,
need
not yesterday, 2 days ago.
a crocheted or knitted brick in my life, but I feel like it might be a funny gag gift for my dad, so like I might make one. It'd be cute. It would come with the explanation of being a non-cooperation bricks. We'd
Yeah.
have its little explanation with it, so we would know why I knitted him a brick. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's do Whip It or Rip It.
What's the name of the blanket I'm making? The stripy one? This one? This one is the Incredible Blanket by Pearl Soho. It's a free pattern. If we're referring to other blankets, I don't recall. I'm assuming that was the one we were talking about.
There we go.
I'm very tempted to just do that pattern for the top of my sweater. That's an interesting texture.
It is. It's not, and you already got it memorized, and it works really well. Why not do it? All right, I went first last time, so you go first this.
I gotta go first this time? All right.
Oh, I went first last time.
So, I declared that I would get the foot done on the Yukon River stockings. I made the executive decision that the gusset was not part of the foot.
Fair. I could see an argument for the gusset to be a heel piece, because the gusset for the heel is for the heel, and therefore technically speaking, it's not a part of the foot instructions, because you're not technically doing your foot, you're doing the gusset. That's fine.
So I've been working on this while we were recording. Apparently I have all the brain cells again, because I've been doing this cable pattern while we're podcasting, and I haven't messed it up. And I'm doing increases for the gusset, and I haven't messed it up. And it's fine.
Sure.
I don't know where all these brain cells came from. But
that's
I have
fine.
them.
Take advantage of them while they're here.
Yeah, I will.
They
so
won't
this is not an
stay.
accurate progress keeper.
Do.
I don't know why that's still down there. It should be more like up here. But I finished the entire foot, and then there's increases for the gusset. I'm so happy with how this is coming out. Like
those cables so
they're
much.
So good. This is going to be just a big cozy sock. It's absolutely not going to fit in shoes, but it's like it's not supposed to.
No.
But I absolutely love this cable pattern, and it's actually not that bad. There's only 3 different cables, and they're not that different. There's only 3 different
people who are not cable knitters are like, it's not that bad. There's
only 3 different things. You only have to keep track of like 3 different cables and an increase round.
But it's not that hard.
It could be worse. It could be worse. It could be so much worse. Because like looking at this nonsense looking at the chart, you're like, oh my god, there's gonna be like 16 different cables, and like, oh no, like this twisty bit, it's the exact same thing. You just do either 1 in the middle or 2 on the outsides.
Oh, that's memorizable.
Yeah. So it's actually not as bad as it looks. And then these are just like your ye old basic cables up the side that twist opposite directions. Ye old 3x3 cables.
Yeah.
So this is the Frosted Heather colorway from Fireweed Fiber Co.
Yeah.
It just looks so good.
So pretty.
Now that it's this is not in Whip It or Rip It, I can take pictures of it for the Instagram and the tweed. I love it with the tweed, specifically with the tweed. It just makes it look extra homey and cozy.
It does. No, I'm sorry. It looks really good. I'm so excited to see those finished.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited because like my brain's thinking like early spring when it's like just a little chill but not too chill. You go outside and you just have those socks on under your pajama pants, and you sit outside with your cozy socks on, have a cup of coffee.
Oh yeah, I'm 1000% like literally the lifestyle shot. Don't mind my sticky notes that are marking my spot in the pattern, but literally the lifestyle shot is like I'm in my little like pajama shorts with a cup of coffee and these adorable socks.
Yeah,
and I'm that's exactly the sold by that.
My brain went nighty because like I wear nighties, right? Like or incredibly oversized t-shirts. And my brain's just like, oh yeah, that's why I'm doing the knee-high socks. So I can get up, do my yoga in the morning, but I don't necessarily have to put on a skirt for the day or a dress for the day. I can keep in my PJs as they are.
Literally, I'm wearing like store-bought reading socks right now. So like they would be a today kind of sock.
Yeah,
I don't plan on going anywhere, except maybe I'll go for a walk later because I'm very slightly swung over from last night.
Oh, you danced too much?
Swung over. We had a late night dance party last night.
I don't know about you youngsters and your dancing.
I mean, it's a very wholesome way to spend Saturday night swing dancing.
They'll let some lunatic like Elvis on the television. Society will crumble. Okay.
It was good.
I
We had a pro in
amuse
town.
myself.
There's a professional dancer in town, so I got a private lesson and a critique session and 4 hours of workshops and then 4 hours of social dancing. It was a lot. My brain is full.
I read a romance novel.
I wanted to bust out these socks and be like, look, I'm halfway up the leg. And honestly, I might have, except that it was a dance workshop weekend, so that didn't happen.
And he has all the red flags in person, but oh, he was delightful to read. I started a new audiobook. I did an impromptu for fun unscheduled stream Saturday morning.
Ooh.
So I streamed some additional Stardew Valley on Twitch this week. And I switched to my phone. I got a grocery delivery, so there's vegetables and hummus in the fridge right now.
Nice, nice.
But I didn't get around to making a cake. To be fair, our birthdays are next week, so like I have all week to make, cut, and freeze a cake.
Yeah, you're good. You got time.
I'm good. And I bought the cream cheese instead of the ice cream because I asked Patreon, should I do cream cheese and a pumpkin spice cake or ice cream and a chocolate cake? I can't afford to do both. I could do one or the other because groceries are just getting more and more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But carrots were on sale. So I bought
That sounds like a decision.
2 bags of carrots. Because yes, I can go through 6 pounds of carrot in a month. I should look orange. It is my favorite root vegetable. Has been for a very long time. I cook it in many different ways. But the apples were also on sale. Specifically, the green Granny Smith apples were on sale. So I'm going to make Morning Glory muffins, which are a freaking nightmare to make because you have to grate 50 billion pounds of everything, it feels like. You don't. It just feels like you have to. And I'm going to make a pumpkin spice cake. And I bought a brick of real cream cheese, so I'm also going to make carrot cake. So I'm going to, because it's too much, otherwise it's too much icing for one cake.
Okay.
So
Can't have too
I'm
much icing.
technically making 2 cakes this week, which I will then freeze and eat at an indeterminate amount of time later. So I'll make the pumpkin cake a circle cake, and I'll make the carrot cakes a square cake. And I will chop them up and I'll wrap them and I'll sandwich them into the container of things where baked goods go. It does mean I'm committing to a lot of baking because I only have large cans of pumpkin puree in the house right now. And that's a lot of pumpkin. So, oh no, I also have to make pumpkin muffins and a pumpkin whatever will I do? The answer is not have to make baked goods till April, is what the answer is. No more baked goods
there you
required.
go. You're just getting it all done ahead of time.
I am getting it all done ahead of time, freezing it because they all freeze great, and then I can just have a snack as I want a snack. Because there's no way I can have 2 slices of the pumpkin spice cake or the carrot cake with the real cream cheese without paying for it. So that is strictly a 1 slice per day situation. All right.
Also was going to suggest pumpkin muffins. Oh, and now chat wants carrot cake, and chat's going to go bake now.
Good. Pro tip: crushed pineapple in your carrot cake.
Yeah.
Carrot cake can be dry, and raisins in carrot cake is gross. But if you put crushed pineapple in,
walnuts are okay.
The pineapple and carrot work well together. Well, if you don't have a nut allergy, yeah, absolutely. Walnuts are a great thing to put in carrot cake. But if you put crushed pineapple in there, it moistens the cake up, so you're less likely to have dry cake.
Interesting.
And for whatever reason, the pineapple and carrot go really well together. I don't know why. It just does. It just does. I don't know why it just does. Okay. So I had to do 4 inches of progress on my sister's birthday shawl. It is a skull half circle shawl. It's crocheted. And after 4 attempts to get the started, I'm still claiming victory because I've had to do this section 4 times.
You've done 4 inches, just not contiguously?
Just not contiguous. So I have my start finally, properly.
Yay!
I'm not in the wrong freaking spot. My lace is appropriate, and now I'm ready to start my skulls again. For the love of Pete.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, no, I'm claiming win. Just because I've done the same 2 inches 3 times, essentially, to get it right. Because now that the foundation's correct, the rest of the shawl will flow nicely. But if your foundation is mucked, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So we finally have the proper foundation, and it matches the damn photo. Which, well, yeah, me and photo instructions, that's interesting to work around. And the written instructions make sense, and I figured out what a treble double is. Now I can do a treble double shell crochet. It's like, I did the hard part. So now the shawl should flow. The sample is done in worsted. The instructions are written for worsted, so she has you working in 2 colors of worsted weight yarn on a 5.5 millimeter hook. I am using DK weight yarn, so instead I am using a 4.5 millimeter hook, since worsted is usually done on a 5 millimeter, so going up half a hook size. If you normally run DK on a 4 millimeter, you should go up to the 4.5 for the drape, right? It's not hard. It's not hard math. Can I get both my hands around these balls of yarn? The answer is just barely. I am making the skulls out of this beautiful Buffy Club colorway, which is the Bunnies Frighten Me. And then the lace section that isn't skulls is in this gray Barocco vintage, which I love a Barocco vintage. So I will start the skull foreheads again now that I've got this part figured out. But yeah, I'm claiming victory. I had to do this 3 times. That's 4 inches. It's 4 inches. I did the volume of work I said I was going to do.
Sure.
I even have one of the failed attempts somewhere over there in the tray.
Sure.
Fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Looking forward to the, ooh, look, I got eyes bit.
I know. I love how the skulls, like, how they shape and turn out. It's really good. Okay.
Oh, Nikki's suggesting if for putting raisins in baked goods, soaked in rum.
Yeah, except I don't drink.
Spiced rum, specifically.
I still don't drink.
Fair. I would consider
and I don't mind
spiced rum raisins.
I don't mind raisins and things. Raisins types of because raisins sometimes.
I like raisins and oatmeal cookies.
Raisins and oatmeal cookies, like those can be good, so long as you know that they're oatmeal and raisin cookies, and you don't think chocolate chip cookies, because then it's disappoint.
Yeah.
Because you're not expecting it. I like raisins in Christmas cake. I like raisins in a lot of fruit cakes. I like raisins in fruit mixes, like dried fruit mixes and stuff. I don't like them in carrot cake, which is fine. It's a personal preference. But I love adding crushed pineapple, and since I am allergic to walnuts, I also put walnuts in my. However,
Chad had opinions about pineapple in both directions.
Fair. That pineapple is a divisive fruit, as the carrot cake may be fed to Erin and a slight intolerance to walnuts. One of the nuts causes her mouth to get slightly itchy, so she doesn't really eat a lot of nuts. I will be making this carrot cake without nuts so that I can share it with Erin. Because quite frankly,
Emma Jane
I
says
can live
hummingbird
without
cake
it.
is delicious. It has pineapple in it.
I love pineapple. It's not for everybody. It's a very divisive fruit. You either like it or you don't. I don't really know a lot of people who are indifferent about it. But I will eat pineapple.
I like the flavor. I'm not crazy about the texture.
I love pineapple juice. I love fresh pineapple. I love pineapple chunks. I love pineapple baking. I love pineapple with Cool Whip. I love pineapple. I will eat pizza if there's pineapple. I love pineapple.
That's really saying something.
But I know it's a diffis. I know it's one of those ones.
Pineapple with spicy hot peppers on pizza? Really good.
Yeah, I know there's people who don't like pineapple. That's fine. You don't have to like pineapple. If you like it, the bromelain can be a calm for stomachs. And I enjoy the taste of pineapple, and it helps keep my stomach calm. And as anybody who's met me in real life can tell you, my digestive tract is a hothouse flower. And anything to make my hothouse flower whimsical, fainting, 18th century, highfalutin lady system behave, I do. In great abundance. Because it drives me up the freaking wall how many digestive tract issues I have. Up the wall, people. So it's just again, I like pineapple. It's fine. An easy add for Phaedra, why does it have to be the whole space? Just seen her last night. I sleep on my side. I might take a third of my bed. I have a queen size bed. When I roll over, we get to like maybe half the bed. Where was she? Me, cat. Like there is so much
Absolutely,
bed
that's
you could
how it
sleep
goes.
on. Why does it have to be like right where my arm needs to go?
Because
Good question.
And
And then she gets mad because she's warm. Does she? No. She stretches against me to try to make me move. I'm not the one covered in fur overheating. I'm quite comfortable. Thank you very much.
But why should she have to move?
It's what she's thinking, right? So I can feel her little paws push on me. I don't go anywhere, but I can feel her pushing on me as she slides away. I'm like, nope, I'm bigger. I'm staying put. She also doesn't like pineapple. No sense of but likes kale.
I suppose I need a word for our unscripted Patreon ad.
We also need to put out some postings so people can vote on what we're going to work.
Oh yeah. For Whip It or Rip It. Yes. Okay. Think of words for the Patreon ad, and also Whip It or Rip It. What's a thing?
I know what I'm going to do, so let's do mine first while you pontificate on your options.
All right.
Option A. The return of the sibling shawl. Now, never an item 2 weeks in a row. So, potential for carnage.
Okay.
Option 2. More of the podcast anniversary blanket. So I was thinking about it when we were talking, and I was like, we need a poll. I figure we'll take the chance on carnage and do the sister shawl twice, possibly, or the podcast anniversary blanket. Obviously, the goal variation will be different depending on what project. So I can talk about that in a hot second.
The first one was Return of the Sibling Shawl?
Yeah, Return of the Sibling Shawl.
And the second one?
Podcast anniversary blanket. Since as
that's the corner to corner one?
Yeah, it's the corner to corner one. Yeah. The corner to corner bulky. Since I don't want to pack the Karen Cake anniversary cake, I'd like to pack them later this year in blanket format. You know?
I'm gonna have to work pineapple into the stupid ad. Oh my god. Let's see. What do I want to throw? What are you
jonesing for? Like, do you want to do more sock? Do you want to do dad's scarf again to force yourself to get some of your tube done?
Well, I'm thinking about doing the back panel on the sweater, maybe.
Ooh, that's potential for some big carnage.
Yeah.
I'm liking that option. It's a good option.
It's also a short week from our perspective because we record on Friday.
In 5 days.
Yeah.
We record in 5 days. Oh boy. We record on 5 days just before our birthdays.
Yeah.
Oh, that Friday might be a very tight filming schedule. We might have to start on the dot.
Might have to which? Oh, yeah. We can
might have to start at 9 a.m. my
time.
time on the dart. Yeah. I'm in discussions with a buddy because he has to take this coming Friday off. He does an insurance guy or a tax guy. So right now is his busy season, and his primary clients are farmers. So that man is everywhere, from on the other side of the Ontario border all the way through to Saskatchewan's border. So like he covers a lot of ground in his car. So he's booked so much overtime, his boss has told him he's taking.
Okay.
So he posted it on the gaming channels, and I was like, well, if we go to Games Workshop Friday during the day, so like noon, we could have a game and be leaving before everybody else shows up because I can't be around that many people. But during the weekday sections, when Mark opens up, there's maybe 4 guys in there, math, and Mark's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm masked, that's not enough people to trigger that I'm not allowed to be around the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're there, odds are really good they don't have children.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm reducing the risk because parents just have a higher risk factor for getting sick. That's what children do. Perfectly. So I'm like, okay, if we do that and struggle it, and I mean, always with the caveat, and I was talking with, like, yeah, and if we get there and it's really busy, we'll just turn around and game at your place. It's totally fine. I'm like, yeah, but we can try to game at the store. So I'm going to have a 40K game, and I haven't played a 40K game in years because everybody wants to play fantasy, science fiction. So we're going to go play 40K. Hopefully
Side note,
next
I'm going to
Friday.
leave the poll open for 2 more minutes. We're at 50-50, okay. So like, vote, people. We can't. Otherwise, I get the tie-breaking vote.
Guys, can you hit the like button if you're watching this? Clicky the like button. I appreciate it. Thank you. Just pushy the button. Button pushy. Please.
Ting.
Please push button. Please push button. Before Diana madly tries to figure out how to put pineapple into the Patreon ad.
I still have a few minutes while my, I guess I can do the ad while my Whip It or Rip It thing is up.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You might have to make the tie-breaking voter for 50.
Yeah. Oh wow, the likes number just went way up. Thanks, everybody. All right, you got one more minute to vote in the Whip It or Rip It.
60 seconds. How am I going to fill 60? Oh my god, it's the first of cast on my toy project for friends for the month.
What are you going to do?
Do you think Louise and Cheryl would let me count a tissue box cover as a toy?
I don't know if that's a toy. It is an accessory, I think.
I would be making...
Maybe if it's got like if it's got like dinosaur bits on the ends or something, then maybe it's a toy.
Also found the pattern, and it's a tissue box cover, but it makes your tissue box look like a couch, and then the tissues come out between the cushions.
Cute.
Just
also says they let me count a Christmas ball, so
probably like I'll text
her
Louise after
counts.
this. So like I'll text Louise
hey,
after
can I do
this.
the brick in the Fiber Friends challenge?
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
I feel
also
like the brick
would count.
That should count.
So like maybe I should make a couch to cover my Kleenex box this month, and like a brick.
Susanna says with Phaedra around, then the couch would be a toy. She'd crush it. She'd squish it.
Don't even, guys. You have no idea. If I could, and it's the foam that's the expensive part. I have a pattern to make a cat-sized couch. Cushions, including a little back Afghan, so that it has a cute little granny Afghan on the back of this crocheted couch. I just can't afford the very firm foam to make up the body of the couch because the foam is quite expensive. So I'm like, I have stuffing, the light fluffy stuff to go in and around it, and I would need to add
because it's for 5 minutes. I'm gonna close it now.
Oh yeah, close. The couch is with 2 cushions. I have a very fat big cat, so I would make like a 3 cushion deep couch. So like I expanded a little bit so she could fit on it. But it's a couch for a cat, and I've had this pattern for years, thinking I would like to make her a couch. Because I am that kind of a cat mom. I'd put it right in front of the... Okay, so it
would be adorable.
Against this back wall is the fireplace. Mm-hmm. And then just here off in the living room space. And then where the computer is, there's a space at the end of the desk. And there's my coffee table, which is literally a cedar chest that I store stuff in. That my daddy made me. I would put the couch on this side of the cedar chest. So like on side where I'm sitting, so that it's facing the fireplace, so when the fireplace is turned on, she could have a nap in front of the fireplace on her couch.
You worship your deity very well.
You can't tell me that wouldn't be freaking adorable. You can't tell me that would.
It absolutely would.
So, because I'd be sitting at the computer and all I would hear is her snoring. right? So can you just imagine me turning and looking and she's just passed out on her couch in front of the place?
It'd be amazing.
You would get all the Auntie-Diana photos. You have no idea.
I'm going to start my poll while we're still talking here. We have the
Absolutely,
results
do
from
it
your
up.
poll.
Oh, good. Please. What am I working on? I had to fill a minute. I filled a minute.
You will be working on the Podcastiversary Corner to Corner blanket.
Okay. Corner to corner blanket it is.
All right. I'm going to put
Now.
in vintage sweater and
You've got 5 days.
dad's scarf.
I'm going to say I'm going to finish the square. I'm just under or just over halfway done this.
Finish the square?
Yeah.
I will say for the sweater, two inches will get me to the arm shaping, but I want to start the arm shaping. I'm going to say 4 inches. 4 inches
Okay.
on the sweater.
Okay.
Or finish the scarf so that it's a full like fingertips to middle of my chest, because right now we're like fingertips to like roughly, no, that's my elbow, we're like fingertips to here, so then it would be fingertips to here.
Another
like,
big chunk.
like
Okay.
the 6 or 8 inches or something,
Inches.
because
Yeah.
it's a narrow scarf.
Oh, what do I vote for?
So yes, into the armhole shaping on the sweater, which also means I need to decide on a pattern.
Okay,
get that
I know I'm going to
established.
vote for if you need a tiebreaker. We're good.
Okay. We'll do 6 or 8
Would
inches
you like
on
to
the scarf.
Patreon? Fair. Okay. Would you like to Patreon and while we await the
Yes. Words I
Alright.
got for that. Let me roll back here. We got drama, flood, pineapple, and reindeer.
the hell did reindeer come from?
Asa. People really want pineapple though.
Of course it did. Of course it did.
I don't know what I'm
Okay.
gonna do with pineapple and reindeer and drama and flood.
I don't know either, but I wish you the best of luck on that. And I
Yeah.
look forward to your Patreon ad.
Karen says I'm ambitious this week. Potential carnage. We do love
Potential
carnage.
carnage. We do love
I
a
know
potential
what you're here
carnage in
for. I know what gets the views.
For the
Alright.
drama on our faces.
If you would like to financially support these shenanigans, you can do so at patreon.com/northernknitspodcast. Any level of support gets you access to our patron-only Discord server, where we discuss a flood of drama when I can't read mystery patterns. I was talking to somebody about the difference between reindeer and caribou, but I don't think that was on the Discord. Because reindeer and caribou are like the same thing, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. That was a complete aside. And something about pineapple. I'm maybe you could share your carrot cake and pineapple recipe in the food channel?
Sure.
There we go. There's all the things. For YouTube memberships, I finally got the piece of paper with the code on it, and I put the code in the place. So now I'm just kind of waiting for the system to go, yes, you did put in the code. You're all, because on the AdSense side, it's all good. Everything's green. So I'm just waiting for the YouTube channel to acknowledge that the AdSense is all green. And I haven't checked today before we started. It might be all right. Again, I don't know. Maybe I can check right now. Let's see. Have you acknowledged? No, you haven't. That's annoying, because it's literally all green on the AdSense side, so I don't know. Don't know.
YouTube. How we don't love you some days.
The info's
Oh,
all
we
in.
don't love
It's
you.
all green. It's all good. Nothing's telling me bad stuff. I did the verification check. It's all green. It says completed. I don't know.
You don't know?
I did the thing. I waited for their paper. I put in the code. I did the things. I followed the instructions. I don't know. It'll just suddenly start working one day. And I won't
Probably
know why.
no YouTube. No. No, that's fine. Not an
Maybe I need
unusual
to click
problem
some
for us to
more
have.
buttons magically. I don't know.
Who knows? Remember the whole hoopla I had with Patreon, convincing it that as a Canadian content creator, I'm not in the EU, therefore I shouldn't be subject to EU tax laws?
Right? Yeah. I don't know.
Some days
I did
tech.
the things. I swear
Some
I did the
days
things.
tech.
I have done the things.
All right. While we wait for tech to do tech things, and Diana checks the poll results. As always, guys, we super understand if you can't find out liking, commenting, subscribing, and interacting with us here and on other social media platforms is a great way to stay in contact with us and show us what you're working on. I need to know, what are you working on?
Always. We need more project ideas, obviously.
Always. Never enough, people. There's never enough. Listen, see all of this stash behind both of us? Projects.
Yeah, there's rather a lot of it. That's not even all of it. There's a whole like row above that, and then fluff above that.
Diana, we literally ordered yarn on Friday.
Oh no, wait, the fluff is and we're getting more yarn. What did we do that for?
We literally just ordered yarn.
And this isn't even and I took all the acrylic out. That's a tub in my closet.
My acrylic's not in here. My acrylic's in my design. Either separate.
Gotta do so much stuff.
We literally
Gotta
just
knit more.
ordered
Knit
2
fast.
sweater quantities, 1 apiece, on
Knit
Friday.
fast, dye warm.
Knit fast, dye warm. Oh, goodness. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna close
It's
this poll in
fine.
1 minute. So if you haven't voted and
fine.
you want to vote, we're sitting at a very narrow margin. So your vote could swing it. You got 1 more minute.
Why? Well, if it's not 50,
Yours was also a very narrow margin. So
that's fine. Don't mind. Podcast anniversary blanket. Phaedra will enjoy me working on it.
Susanna says, do a blanket, do socks, do 365 crochet squares. I have
already doing
stuff
all
on the
of those.
needles. I just need to actually finish stuff.
I have 1 blanket, 2 blankets, 3 blankets. I have 4 blankets on the needles, 2 socks on the go. It's about to be 3 so I've got 1 sweater, 2 sweater, 3 sweaters on the go. I think only 3 shawls on. 1 pair of fingerless mittens.
Jude says,
And
I
a
seem to be knitting
partridge
fast
in a
and dying
pear
cold.
tree.
Ripped 2 sweaters this week.
Wow,
no.
that's a lot of sweater rip.
Emma Jane says, I have a crochet blanket on the go. Mostly make crochet stuffies. Just finished the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and a handful of Perry the Platypus. Love
My
that.
sister loves TMT. It's her favorite show.
Also got a pair of socks and a baby blanket. Might need more whips.
I don't need more
Total of
whips.
4
There are
in the
going
last
to be
month.
more whips. I don't
Goodness.
need more.
Jude's
Gonna
been
stop me
ripping a
from
lot of
casting off?
sweaters. Not been a great finishing month. I
You know
should
what?
close
And they
this poll.
happen.
Okay, I'm closing it. 3,
Don't
2, 1,
worry
here we
about
go.
it. Don't worry about it. Like, it's gonna happen. Some months are gonna be better than other months. And it's just acknowledging where you are and letting it go.
So by, I think, 1 vote, I will be working on my dad's scarf.
Ooh, that's close. Good news is if we can get you to get your dad's you're
Yeah,
done
and then
Christmas
the-
presents. And we can
then it
start
gets
hounding
out of
you
the
to start
house.
this year's. We can start hounding you in June for this year's Christmas presents.
Oh no, you should probably start doing that now.
I mean, I will start doing it now because I know you.
need to
And
get
the first
sweater
words out
measurements
of my
from the
mouth on Friday.
Charlies.
First words out of my mouth on Friday are going to be like, "Where are your brother's measurements?"
Yep. I'm seeing them
I need you to
on
start those
Saturday.
sweaters.
I will get sweater measurements on Saturday if I have to attack them with a tape measure myself.
I
In a
need to get on an
restaurant because we're
airplane.
meeting for brunch.
If I have to fly out, I will be sitting on one of them, and they are tiny people. I will squish them flat. Understand the risk that they are taking by not getting you those measurements so you can start that.
I will demand sweater measurements.
I will catnap Gilbert, and I will not return him till the sweater measurements have been given to me. I am a cat person. I know how to care for them. Whether
I don't
or
know,
not
this one's not
Phaedra will share
the
the bed
brightest
space?
crayon in the box. Gilbert's
I'm dating
Gibbo, like,
a
knows
cat.
which crayon tastes the best, you know? He's one of those.
That's fine. I'm dating. I'm living with a cat who plays with kale, whose favorite toy is empty Kleenex boxes. There's currently 3 scattered around my apartment. Hidden 2, I kid you not. I
Cat
watched her
happens
walk
fighting
off
talk.
the bed the other day because she forgot where the edge of the bed was. Just kind
Amazing.
I looked over the edge of the bed. Just kind of sprawled on the floor. And I'm like, so how'd that go for you?
Meow. And I love after that when they like get up and shake themselves off, like you didn't see anything. Nothing happened. I
Yep.
meant to do that.
They go to do the jump and they only half make it, so they're like half on you. What's going on? Did you give up halfway there? Or you're just, nope, abort. That's my life. All right, you got your dad's scarf. I've got the podcast anniversary blanket. We've done all of the discussions for our stuffs, and we've done the Patreon ad, which means we get to say goodbye to chat, and I will do an outro.
All right.
You guys, till we see you, it's birthday month, which means lots of snacks, lots of naps. Don't forget your cake, and if you're a Patreon member, we will see you for a bonus live birthday Patreon on Diana's birthday.
Yeah.
On Diana's birthday. So otherwise, until the next time we meet, I'm going to say I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you,
Don't forget to craft.